I'm back. After a much needed holiday, I'm back on the trail. And as it was an all-inclusive holiday, I'm easing myself back into walking. The other reason I've been missing and didn't get out as quickly as I'd liked is we're in the process of selling our house. Correction, we've sold our house. We hadn't found anywhere to live. So apparently hunting for houses takes priority over going for walks. Who knew? We've found one. Well, technically we found two. Won't bore you with the details, but the first house that we offered on, we got the survey back and it was pretty much going to fall down. But we've now found, you know, the old saying, things happen for a reason. We were looking in a particular area and we just couldn't find a house. And with all this messing about, and it's taken us 4 months to get here, we have now eventually found a house in the area that we wanted in the first place. So yeah, so I'm back out walking, easing myself back into it. And I'm starting in an area pretty much on my doorstep, on a 35-minute drive, around Frodsham. Lovely little place, driven around it loads of times, never been here. So I started at the War Memorial. I'm now going to work my way across part of the Sandstone Trail, which I've done other bits of, over to something called Woodhouse Hill Fort. My expectations of hill forts these days are quite low, so I'm expecting a hill. And then it wasn't on my original route, but just as I was scanning the map, I noticed something that I knew if I didn't do, a few people in YouTube land would get straight in the comments and go, "You didn't do this, Mike." And I thought, do you know what? They'd be right. Something called Upton's Caves. They look rather novel, rather interesting, with an interesting story, no doubt. So today's route is going to be about 5 miles. Not very hilly, not particularly long walk, but the weather today is beautiful and this area looks lovely. So let's go and see what we can see. Probably is worth mentioning, I parked at the base of the path up to the memorial, and I thought it'd be okay, but there are signs there that say parking just for visitors to the memorial. Technically I was visiting the memorial, but I'm also walking about another 4.5 miles, so I don't know if the yellow peril frequents the base of that memorial and whether you get a ticket or not, but it's something to bear in mind. But if you go out of that car park, turn right, go back up the hill, probably about 300 metres on the left. It isn't signposted, but there's the Sandstone Trail car park, just about 300 metres up on your left. That's free, so I'll park there instead. And this, everybody, is called the viewpoint. I wonder why. Right then. From here on in, I'm going to stop looking for Iron Age forts. Because apparently, according to all the experts,
turn right.
I'm now stood with one of Cheshire's most hidden gems. Oh, it's hidden, all right. It's another one of those sorts of 3D pictures, even if you squint, you can't really see what was here. But apparently this is the site of Woodhouse Hill Fort, over 2,000 years old. If you use your imagination and there's less trees, it is in a prominent point in the area. As back in the day, post Ice Age, this area down here would have been water, bog stuff that have been defended from that side, but they could see out to it. They can see all the way out there. So if you use your imagination, yeah, this is where you'd put a fort. But we'll just add this to the list of Hill of Disappointments, because at least the one in Wales, you can kind of make out where it was. You can't here. Oh well. One thing we're definitely going to see now though is the caves, and they're definitely there. So let's crack on. Lack of historical sites aside, this is quite a delightful walk. Weather helps, obviously. But it's a mixture of a coastal walk, a ridge walk and a forest walk. It's lovely. So if you're ever out Frodsham Hellsbury way, come and give this a bimble. And then just like that, Upton's Caves. A fascinating local landmark carved into the sandstone. There's loads of local mysteries about who used these and when and how. Some say they were hermit caves, others think smugglers. Either way, they're pretty impressive. And they're worth a look. I would argue that a lot of these are carved. So people have been here. But were they always here? Did they live here? And to be honest, I've been walking around here for hours. Where are you bringing the stuff that you're smuggling? It isn't coming in by boat. I couldn't have come to this area and not experienced the caves, because I know someone would have told me they were here and I wasn't far away from them. Was it worth the detour? Yeah, I guess so. But now it's time to retrace my steps, double back on myself for a bit, and then push on back to the car. See you in a bit. And to be fair, you'd need to know they were there, because you can't spot them from the road. And you walk away from them from about 100 metres and they're hidden again back in the trees. Cool. Right then, as I said at the very beginning, You can't really park at the Remembrance. But if you keep your eye open just on the right here, you'll just make out the Sandstone Trail car park. And it's free by these monstrosity things. Alright mate, so that concludes today's walk around Frodsham. I'm about to. We started at the Frodsham War Memorial and then walked along that wonderful ridge with views over the Mersey. Woodhouse Hill Fort, that isn't anything. Fox Hill, which isn't anything. But it is a beautiful walk, and it was today. Typical sort of autumnal walk. It was warm but not too hot, sunny but not burning. 5 miles, a couple of hours. A rather delightful walk, as he agrees. You didn't even walk it, you flew. Yeah, enough of that. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me while I was away and not buggering off. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.